Hello, I'm Cavassier the Goddamn Newt. This is my instant reaction to the face-off between Khabib Nurmagomedov and Max Holloway before they meet in the main event of UFC 223. The first thing I notice is the way Khabib strolls in. There's an ease to his stride, but matter of fact. His shoulders are back and chest is out. He's confident but casual. Khabib doesn't feel the need to put his hands up. This could be a dismissal or a subtle taunt that the fight won't be dictated on their feet with strikes. No doubt we all read Khabib's smile the same way. This is more than simple self-belief. Looks like absolute certainty to me. The cat who ate the canary kind of thing. It's moments like this when you see Khabib's visage slip a little. There's a powerful arrogance behind that mask, born of a man who's never felt a moment of weakness, doubt, or defeat in a competition. Alright, let's look again. Check out Dana. His first concern is making sure they don't come together. He gets his hands in there to keep things cool. Once they're square, he looks into the eyes of Max Holloway, because that's the question we all have. What is the state of things with Max? It all hinges on the answer to that question Saturday night. Holloway has his hands up, head up, good posture, looking squarely back at Khabib. He's a little relaxed, but not as cool as Khabib is. Let's go back and see Max walk in. Oh, okay. First thing we see is it looks like Max is nodding. Yeah, head nod, and he's pushing his bottom lip out, which I would say in this context, well, he's nodding to Khabib, we can see that much. He's got his bottom lip pushed out. It's a complimentary gesture with the head nod. Max is acknowledging something. He's admitting this isn't the easiest task. Holloway understands all the advantages are with Khabib. I think he's acknowledging it here, but that doesn't mean it's a concession. Like in a big poker tournament, you can make the final table but still have the fewest chips. It's important to acknowledge the weakness or limitations of your situation, or the proper strategy will elude you. That's Max, an acknowledgement but not a concession. He's granting that he's not in an enviable position. Nerves, he wipes his hands off. Max seems ready to test himself. What the hell? Max has a goddamn dinosaur on his shirt. I just noticed it. It's a pink dinosaur, and it looks like it's wearing jazz tap shoes. Huh, that's awesome. I don't know what it means, but a pink dinosaur in tap shoes, that's hilarious. Anyway, there's gotta be some trepidation on Max's part, but he's facing it squarely. Gesture from Khabib. He does this in face-offs. It's a jut of the chin. Wow, look at that big crazy smile. That's crazy. Khabib doesn't give big toothy smiles like this. He just can't keep his mouth shut. The smile is so big. A very small gesture from Max. A couple things happen though. He shakes his fists. I'm not sure what his thought or emotion is in the moment, but this is a reaction. Yeah, he's reacting to the big Khabib smile. Khabib triggered him with that smile. I'm guessing Max saw it as a dismissal. Any of us would. But Holloway is able to control the reaction for the most part. Just a slight shake of the fists and he swallows. That's nerves, weight cut, dry mouth. The shake is a reaction, but his weight cut could exacerbate the effect. I would say Max's control here potentially shows an underlying self-confidence. Khabib has every advantage on paper and in this moment, but I can't help hearing Max say, wait until the championship rounds. We'll see if you're smiling then. Right here, Khabib's eyes are smiling. His mouth is smiling, but he's starting to lose it though. He's smiling, then he presses the lips, and there, a spasm. See, he presses his lips, then clenches his jaw. We see the muscles twitch. Khabib expected something different. This is interesting. Khabib expected Max to be relieved and reciprocate the gregarious smile, sort of like the way Darren Till and Cowboy were both more comfortable being buddies. Not that Khabib wants to be a buddy, he just expected Max to accept it. It makes sense to keep it playful and avoid conflict, avoid stress. But looking at Holloway, he isn't avoiding shit. And Khabib does not like it. No sir. Dana gives the tap. First thing, Khabib bows. I don't think this is to Max. Watch, he closes his eyes and bows. I'm gonna say there's a couple things going on. It looks like a private moment of self-reflection. This is internal to Khabib. Here, Khabib is no longer dealing with Max. This is introspection. He pulls his eyes and body away from Max, and Max is left waiting for a last gesture from Khabib. But Khabib is lost in reflection. Then he gives an affirming nod, perhaps to signify agreement with his inner thoughts. As they both stand there, Khabib looks spent. Not necessarily physically, but emotionally. Remember, in these short 25 seconds or so, Khabib has shown multiple strong swings of emotion. Starting off, he was controlled and casual, rising to pleased confidence and peaking at ebullience nearing rapture, back to controlled enthusiasm, then stultification, spasmodic anger, grim determinism, and finally detachment with all focus turned inward. That's quite an emotional journey. Khabib seems to be wearing the fatigue or displacement from the interaction. Khabib has a look of a frustrated ascetic. Holloway had a much simpler time of it. He walked to the face-off with the humility to acknowledge Khabib holds the advantages, and after that, Max became stalwart and self-possessed, without vacillation or equivocation. Well, that's what I see. What did you see? Let me know in the comments below or over on the Twitters. This isn't supposed to be easy.